Welcome to Wildcat Gym for Lady Wildcat basketball. You know, I'm looking at the blue and thinking Panthers, and because we were talking about all of these different games during this week, this district tournament, and lots of games everywhere. And I'm Dawn Morgan along with TJ Miracle, but we are set up to bring you the Lovington girls basketball game here in the semifinals of the District 4A tournament at Wildcat Gym, and it's on Art Carger Court. So we are happy to be here. Happy that the Lady Cats, are having, such a much better season. They have improved. They've come light years from where they were, this time last year, even at the beginning of this season. And we're expecting, a good game. They definitely want and need to win this one tonight, though, as they come in at 13-12 on the season, 3-3 in district. More importantly, they're ranked number 2 in District 4A right now. They have played Portales, and it is the Lady Rams of Portales in the gym that they take on tonight. And these teams have seen each other 3 times already this season, and it was just about 3 weeks ago when Lovington girls lost to Portales 60-51. But they have since played each other twice, and Lovington has beaten Portales each of those times on the last time on Friday the 17th from 50-43 was that score. So Lovington is coming off of a win against Portales, and they know they can beat them, but they also know they've been beaten, and that they're going to have to bring their A game tonight and play to win this one, because what's at stake is not just moving on to the championship game in the District 4A tournament finals, but also seeding for the state tournament, TJ Miracle.
Well, it is, and when we talk a lot about seeding, third time they'll play this season, playing tonight, and after that 50-43 game, that was an impressive game for the Lady Cats there at the Ram Athletics Center, as the Lady Cats got down early, and it looked like it was going to be just a repeat of what happened here, but Lovington never went away, and they chipped away, and then came back and got the victory by 7 points. But, you talk about seeding. Right now, Portales is ranked number 9 in the state. Lovington is ranked number 12. Now then, here's where it gets a little bit goofy.
Right.
And you got to love the NMA on this. I'm learning as I go. But because Lovington has beat Portales, and because they finished higher in the regular season than Portales did, they will go in as a higher seed than Portales. Now then, Portales is hoping to win this and then go on to win on tomorrow night in Artesia, because then they would get a guaranteed spot. But Lovington, I think, has probably got a guaranteed spot when they go to Selection Sunday this weekend. But they will have to go in as a higher seed than Portales, no matter what happens here tonight or what happens tomorrow night, unless Portales were to beat Artesia, and then they could elect to only take 2 teams out of the district,
at which
case things get a little weird.
Right.
So definitely important, though, for the Lady Cats to win tonight. They win tonight. Yeah. I think they're probably looking, no matter what happens tomorrow night in Artesia, if Lovington wins tonight, I think they're looking at somewhere between 10 and 13 in the rankings, just based on the way everything is shaking out. I think Portales, if they don't win tonight, is probably going to be around that 15-16, and they've got to do a little hoping that nothing weird happens in some of the other district tournaments. Should Portales win tonight, that would probably put Lovington down around that 13, 14, 15 spot, with Portales going in as 15, 16. So, I mean, there is a lot of situations and there is a lot of criteria, and there's just a lot of craziness going on. The key, though, tonight is win.
The key is they've got to come away with a W, and they don't control their own destiny at this point. Nobody really does, because there are, as you mentioned, there are so many variables. There are so many criteria. There are so many things that go into the rankings, the seedings, the who makes it, the who doesn't, all of that it gets pretty complicated. But the best you can do is to do the best you can, to put up as many wins as you can, win by as many points as you can in those games, and hope that will put you in the best position possible to go on to make the playoffs with as high a seed as you can. And because the higher seeds, at least the 1 through 8 teams,
all get
home games in that play-in game. That first round of the state tournament is a win or go home. You can come in with the best record in the season, and if you lose that play-in game, you're done. So it's very interesting how, we play and play and play and overplay, and a lot of people will say that our district tournament, is meaningless and we shouldn't have it. The arguments, are always back and forth on that. So it seems like the girls, the boys, they all play each other forever, play other teams, especially in district, several times, and then you will inevitably you come down to a game where it's win or go home, no matter how good your record is, and that is interesting to play and play and play for seeding and jockeying position, and then, of course, to get into that game where if you lose, you're done. So, but we're not at that game tonight. This game is the semifinals of the District 4-4A, and it pits your Lovington Lady Cats at home against the Lady Rams of Portales. So both of these teams, and I think you have actually seen this team probably a little bit more this season than I have. We have called some games together, and I've certainly seen them play several games. But you also know and have seen them come back from being behind, even against this team. So the Lady Cats should have a lot of confidence that, A, they can come back from behind. They can be, 8, 10 points down, even more, and come back and win. But also they know that they've beaten this team. They've come back from behind, and they just can't afford to let themselves get too far behind. They need to come into this one and really think, stay in control, get up, and stay ahead, and get the win.
Well, and that is going to be very important, is come out, get in control early, and you're right, stay in front and get the win. This is a Lovington girls team that has not really put a full game together all season. They've put 3.5 quarters together. They will have, and really what was the second half, they had a fantastic second half last Friday night against this Portales team. This is a team, though, that if they put together a full game, and that has to be really what they're working for, they, I think, can stay with anybody in Class 4A in the state. Now, the keys to doing that, though, are, as you mentioned, build confidence, know that you can do that. And this is an extremely young team. I mean, we've talked about that all season long. But if they can get Malaya working the outside, Malaya Castro working the outside, they can get Wendia, she runs the point, if they can get her penetrating the paint, and if they can get, especially from the starters, Ashlyn Barunda will be the starting center. If they can get her in the post, and then Salcido comes in, and Abigail Schaus, if they can have that happen with Aranda and Myra Castro really putting on the defensive pressure, and both of them have the ability to cut backdoor, go baseline, they can really frustrate a team when they put it all together. And defensively, they'll switch out from a man zone to occasionally a full court press. They seem sometimes to play a little better, I think, when they're in that press. But it's a matter of conditioning, and you've got to pull off occasionally and take a deep breath. But if they can put together that full game, and we heard it from Coach G all season long in football, finish. Right. That's what the Lovington Lady Cats need to do. Consistency, that's been the key, and that's for a team that's still building and a young team that's still developing. That is always going to be the case. You're going to be able to play in spurts and just play really, really well, but putting that all together quarter by quarter and then learning to be very consistent individually with your production and performance, and then put it all together as a team for the full 4 quarters, that's what you're looking for. Complete game and consistency throughout the team. So that's what we're looking at and hoping that the Lady Wildcats are doing tonight. So you are watching and listening to Lovington Girls Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, the Z94 Facebook page, and HobbsAmerica.com. Let's take a break, come back. We'll talk about the girls on the rosters and a little bit more about Portales, and we'll get ready to get this one tipped off. We have just a little under 6 minutes on the pregame clock here. This is your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show, and we'll be back for more here on Art Carger Court at Wildcat Gym.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Welcome back to Wildcat Gym as the Lady Cats and the Lady Rams are doing battle tonight in this semifinal game of the District 4 4A tournament. Lovington had a good enough record. They drew a bye as the number 2 seed in the tournament. They drew a bye on Tuesday and awaited the winner of that game tonight, and it is the Lady Rams. And the Lady Rams are coming in off of beating Goddard 41-30 on Tuesday night in order to earn the right to be here in this game. The winner tonight will move on to play Artesia tomorrow, and that will be for the District 4 4A championship in the tournament. And, of course, Artesia won the regular season, and in District they won that. And as we talked about, even though Lovington, it's kind of funny, they're ranked number 12 in 4A across the state, but they are second in 4A.
Yeah, second in the district, but more importantly, Portales being a top 10 team, that'll help their strength of schedule, it'll help their power ranking, and unless Portales were to go and win the district tournament tomorrow night, Lovington cannot be seated lower than Portales because of the finals in the district, which takes precedence the district regular season over everything.
All right, we talked about what a young team that Lovington is, but I tell you what, Chief Bridgeforth has really been working hard, and those lady, I don't want to make it sound like it's all the coach. The coach is so important in setting the tone, the coach and his assistant, the staff, but the girls have to listen to the coach, and the girls have to do the work, the girls have to be motivated, and they have to show up and play the game the way they've been practicing. So it's really been a good team effort and really good to watch them develop and get better and better all season long. But they are very young, and that bodes well for the future of Lady Wildcat basketball. Now in Portales, they're 13-13 on the season, 2-4 in district under head coach Wade Fraze. And your players on Portales are number 3, sophomore Angel Ornelas. Number 10 is junior Brenna Jewell. Number 11 is freshman Skylar Massey, a 5'9 freshman. Number 14 is freshman Lizette Gomez. Number 22 is 5'7 junior Audrey Payton. Number 23 is senior Olivia Gonzalez. Number 24 is senior Syria Aguirre. Number 30 is sophomore Erin Van Leven, and she is a 5'8 sophomore. Number 32 is sophomore Taya Rippey. Number 33 is 5'8 sophomore Miley Banda. And number 34 is sophomore Ebony Fulfer. For your Lady Cats, let's run down those very quickly. We're about to have a break for the national anthem. Number 3 is 5'2 senior Audrey Alexander. Number 5 is 5'6 sophomore Aubrey Aranda. Number 10 is 5'2 junior Myra Castro. Number 12 is freshman Malaya Castro. Number 14 is freshman Ashlyn Barunda. Number 20 is 5'6 junior Elizabeth Buendia. Number 23 is 5'8 sophomore Carly Greben. Number 24 is junior Erlyn Salcido. Number 30 is junior Kyra Olivas. Number 42 is 6'5 freshman Abigail Schaus. And number 34 is Carly Knapp. So again, one senior on this roster, and that's Audrey Alexander. Your starters tonight for Portales are going to be Ornelas, Jewell, Payton, Banda, and Fulfer. And for the Lady Wildcats, your starters will be Aranda, Myra Castro, Malaya Castro, Burunda, and Buendia. So we are just about to have our national anthem and then the announcement of the team. So we'll take a break and come back with Lovington Girls Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, the Z94's Facebook page, and HobbsAmerica.com.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Nowell Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Nowell Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Nowell Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Nowell Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
School is back in session, and we are excited to be back. The Lovington Municipal School District welcomes our amazing students, staff, and families. With over 3,000 students across 10 campuses, the Lovington School District is the pride of Lee County. As we build champion cats, we're looking forward to seeing you at school activities. For on-demand updates about Lovington schools, please log on to lovingtonschools.net.
And welcome back to Wildcat Gym. For Lovington Lady Cat basketball tonight, it is your semifinals of the District 4-4A tournament, taking on the Portales Lady Rams. They've just announced the Lady Rams, and now for our Lovington girls under Chief Bridgeforth. And you know what? So when we got here, we were practically the only ones in the gym. But now, you know, there's a pretty good crowd for a home crowd that has been gathering and building, and people coming in all the time. And I see a few black and red down there from Portales, and we're starting to see some of the Lovington students come in, and that's always good to see that support. It might also be worth mentioning that I know that this is much on the minds of the Lovington athletic teams, and that is the condition of Adam Ramirez, who is a student and a football player, and he was seriously injured in a car accident and is still hospitalized. But I understand from the social media posts from the Lovington football boosters that he's doing much better, and they are, just asking for fans to lend their support in whatever way. There have been some fundraisers and some prayer vigils. So I know that that's something that the Lovington students, I know, and the Lovington athletes and the teams, they're much on the mind. I know that Coach Gonzalez has his football teams come out and watch other teams, whether it's soccer, whether it's volleyball, and the girls' basketball. So I know that, that kind of support back to that student athlete on the football team is much appreciated. But we're here to play basketball, and the announcements are done. We're ready to tip this one off, TJ.
As the Lady Cats 13-13, or rather 13-12, but more importantly 3-3 in district, got them the district runner-up and sets them in good position for the playoffs. Portales at 13-13, they were 2-4, also trying to earn the highest seed they can into the playoffs. Winner tonight goes on to take on Artesia tomorrow evening from the Bulldog Pit. But you can't worry about that. It's a rivalry game. It's Lovington-Portales right here, right now.
And we are just about ready to tip this one up, and it goes the way of Lovington. And that is going to be Malaya Castro running point for the Lady Cats. She drifts over to the right and leaves that off for Buendia, who drives the lane, puts it up and in just like that. Just a few seconds into the game, and Lovington is up 2-0.
And we talked about that in the pregame show. If Buendia can get penetration, it could be a long night for the Lady Rams.
Yeah, and Buendia did have a little bit of defense, against her in the lane, but she pretty much just kind of sliced through that like butter and got into position and put up the easy layup. Portales with the ball. They inbound and get that to Fulfer underneath the basket, and just like that, Portales answers, and it's 2-2. Lovington with the ball, and they're going to call a travel as Malaya Castro got across the timeline and then was going to pass back and took that extra little step. So that is a turnover.
Yeah, just a little bit of hesitation there cost them, and so Portales back on the offense.
And the Lady Rams over there in the left corner, they pass it in, trying to get Fulfer in the lane again right underneath the basket. She goes down hard, and they are going to call a travel on that because she had possession of the ball when she went down. There was no foul, so give it to the Lady Cats. One turnover apiece by the teams. That's Buendia running the point, comes across, works it over to the left, outside the arc, gets it to Malaya Castro. Malaya kicks it over to Borunda, and back to Malaya. Malaya directing traffic, and they're going to say again, they're going to call a foul actually, and it's going to be it's going to be an offensive foul, and that will be the first foul, and that's going to be
actually
on
second. It'll be
Castro.
on Castro.
Yeah, the second. There was a foul just a moment ago, just a few seconds into it, but it was on the floor, and it was on Lovington. So Myra Castro with the first foul, or a foul against Lovington. Portales with the ball. They've got it to Fulfer. Fulfer working to try to get the ball up. She does. It's no good. It falls off the side and goes out of bounds. It's going to be Lovington girls basketball. There was a good fight for the rebound, but it went out of bounds.
And this is going to be Portales' game plan. Try and get it inside to Fulfer.
Yep. So Lovington has really got to try to control that. They've got to hang on to the ball. They've got it Salcido in the game for the first time. She gets it over to Borunda. And now Malaya Castro tries to pop a three at the top of the arc. It won't fall. And fighting for the rebound is Aubrey Aranda. And they're going to call the tie ball. And the arrow goes the way of the Lady Rams of Portales. So
yeah, they did a nice job getting in there and tying it up with Jewel to force the turnover after Aranda had secured the rebound.
So it will be Lady Rams basketball. They bring it down. That's Jewel on the outside. They pass it into Payton. No room inside. Payton thinks about the three, drives along the baseline, puts up a jumper. It won't fall. Fight for the rebound. And with her hands on it, that was Erlyn Salcido. And they're going to call the jump ball this time. They're going to call the foul, and they're going to call that on one of the Lady Rams. That's number 34. That is Fulfer. And, boy, if Lovington wants to try to hang as many fouls as they can on Fulfer. So that's the first foul on Fulfer. Lovington with the ball. They bring it back. Trying a three-pointer from the right wing is Borunda. It won't fall, but Lovington gets the rebound and then takes it up to the rack, up and in. Another 2 points. So 4-2. Lady Rams have it. That's number 22. Payton thought about the three. Then she drove in, put it up, wouldn't fall. Fight for the rebound, ends up loose, and Buendia picks it up. Buendia gets down to the paint and then has it stolen away by Payton. Payton hands it off right underneath the basket to Gonzalez, and Gonzalez, or actually that's 33, Banda, puts it in from the left. 2 more points, and we're tied 4 apiece with 5:16 left to play. And that is number 14, Borunda, trying for a three, won't fall, fight for the rebound, and Portales has it. That's number 3, Ornelas. She's thinking about taking it coast to coast, takes it down there in front of the basket, tries to put it up, and they're going to say she traveled. Took that extra little step. So that is another turnover for Portales. Give it to the Lady Wildcats. That is number 20, Buendia, running the point, across the timeline. Passes it over to Salcido. Salcido now over to Malaya Castro. Oh, getting worked on hard, but she hands it off to Buendia. Buendia getting double-teamed. Passes it over to Borunda. Borunda in underneath the basket to Aranda. Aranda is going to put it up. But there's a fight for the ball. It's tipped away. Malaya Castro ends up with it. Malaya to Borunda. Borunda passes it over in front of the basket underneath. Salcido's got it, but number 3, Ornelas, reaches in and forces a tie ball.
One too many passes right there as Aranda had a good look at the basket from the baseline. Didn't take the shot, elected to pass it off. When you're that open, you got to take it.
So Buendia will inbound right underneath the Lovington basket. Gets it to Salcido. Heavy pressure, as the Lady Rams are really, really amping up the defensive pressure on the Lady Cats right now. Little spin move, and ball is up and no good. That was Buendia taking it, and the rebound comes down, and the bad pass almost stolen away, but the Lady Rams managed to keep it. That was Ornelas taking the ball down, passing it off. And Lovington now stepping up their defensive pressure in the face, and they force a turnover. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portales.
And a foul called, too, on Angel Ornelas as after the ball got stolen away from her. A little bit of frustration. So it goes back to Lovington as some reinforcements check in for both squads.
Yep, number 3 called on the foul. That's the second team foul on on Portales. And it's on the floor. So Buendia has the ball inbounding. They give it to Salcido right underneath the basket. She puts it up and in. First 2 points for her. 6-4 now as a whistle sounds. And let's see. I believe the referee is going to call a foul away from the ball on the 20.
Actually on Abigail Schaus. That'll be her first personal. Third team foul on the Lady Cats.
That's right. So 6-4 your score. Lady Cats in the lead by 2. 3:51 left to play in the first. Lady Rams have it. Ornelas running the point. Brings it around to the right wing. Then passes it off, gets it off in the corner. A 3-point shot up. Attempted, no good. And the rebound controlled by Malaya Castro. Malaya brings it down all the way. Puts it up, won't fall. Schaus has a rebound, puts it up, no good. And then it is Lady Rams with the rebound. They give it to Ornelas. Ornelas going to take it down. Then Schaus blocks it. And nice block. And it ends up going out of bounds, but it's last touch by the Lady Cats. But still, a nice way to break up the momentum there. And no foul. Lady Rams have the ball, though. They pass in underneath the basket. A shot up, no good. Loose ball on the court, fight for it. And it's Buendia who comes up with it. She takes it coast to coast. A little layup from the right. And importantly, it goes in. Good finish. Good to see those point-blank layups are not being missed. That's number 3, Ornelas, running the point for Lady Rams. Gets it over to Rippey in the corner. Rippey passes it right underneath the basket. I think Massey was in the low post. Fight for the rebound. It comes down, and Malaya Castro
actually got the rebound.
Aranda got the rebound. Gave it to Castro. Castro to Buendia. She loses the handle on it, but picks it up, gets it to Salcido. Salcido out to Malaya Castro. She tries a 3. It's short. Gets her own rebound, her second. Gets it off to Buendia. Buendia stumbles a little bit. Gets into the lane. She puts up a shot. She's going to get fouled. So the shot is off the mark, but she was in the act of shooting, so she'll go to the line, and they're going to call that on number 11, Skylar Massey, her first and the third team foul against the Lady Rams. 8-4 your score, while the Lady Cats are in the lead with 2:28 left to play, and Buendia puts one up and in. Nothing but net. That's her third point in the game.
Buendia's shooting pretty well from the free throw line this season, about 75% or so. She's the most consistent of the Lady Cats from the stripe.
And she'll get another chance at it right here as Fulfer is in the blocks in the left side for the Lady Rams, and it's up and good. So 10-4, 6-point lead by the Lovington with Ornelas taking the pass after the inbound. Running the point, slows up, moves to the right, outside the circle, gets it over into the right corner. A 3-point shot is up and no good. Fight for the rebound, and Malaya Castro will come up with it. And she gives it to Buendia. Buendia getting worked on by Jewel. Oh, Portales wanted a travel. They didn't get it. To Malaya, to Salcido, to Buendia, or Barunda rather. And Lovington just kind of resets, working outside the arc, looking for position. Malaya Castro going to drive in from the left, up into the baseline. Oh, no good, but Schaus grabs the rebound and tries to put it up and in, no good. And then a fight for the rebound. It comes, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be the Lovington girls basketball. That is Buendia, who will inbound. Gets it to Barunda. Who gives it back to Buendia. Buendia is going to try to get a shot off, and she gets fouled, I think, by Jewel.
Yeah, Jewel going to get called for the hack on that one, and it'll put Buendia right back at the line. Lovington up by 6, 1:44 to go here in the first, but in a rivalry game, in a pressure situation, 6 isn't nearly enough.
So Buendia 2 for 2 at the line. This one eyes it, skies it, buries it, makes it 11-4. And Lovington, this is not bad. If they can try to draw fouls and then do well at the free throw line, they can up the points. And the second one is good. 12-4 now. Lady Rams coming the other way. Ornelas running the point, passes it off, gets it back. Now tries a three-point shot, won't fall. Ooh, and skying up for the rebound. Oh, but then a bad pass, passing it away. Barunda, and she passes it over to number 32. I think that's 33. That was Bonda. And Bonda was in position to go up and try for the shot, and she gets fouled by Schaus. So that's the second.
That's her first. They called the other one on Salcido, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, on Salcido, okay. So
42-24.
Yeah. And Bonda eyes it, skies it, buries it. Makes it 12-5 now.
That breaks about a 5-minute scoring drought for Portales.
Yeah, Bonda has now 4 points in the game. 2 for Fulford. Lady Cats with the ball. Fast bringing it down to Malaya Castro right side. Then passes it over to Barunda. Barunda pops a 3 from the left wing. Won't fall. And it goes out of bounds. Buendia chases it up halfway through the bleachers to get it, but it will be Lady Ram basketball. 1:21 left to play in this first. 12-6. Your 6-point lead by the Lady Rams. 6-point lead by the Wildcats, rather, but the Lady Rams have the ball. Bringing it down, working it over into their right corner. And now to Banda in the paint. A shot up, no good. It was short. A fight for the rebound between Ornelas and I believe that was Barunda.
And then she got tied up, and then
tie ball.
6 turnover for Lovington.
It goes the way, the arrow goes the way of the Lady Rams. Oh, quick inbound and a shot up, no good. Fight for the rebound. Bonda gets it, puts it back, and now this rebound by Schaus, looking to find somebody. She does, but Buendia can't hang on. Really, that was Salcido can't hang on to it. So they get it over, and taking the shot was Ornelas.
And they just outfought the Lady Cats on the glass that time.
They did, because Lady Cats had 3 tries at that, or 3 tries to try to get it away from them. Lady Cats cycling around just inside the arc. That is Barunda trying to get clear, and she gets tripped up. She was in the act of shooting. She sent one up. It was no good, but she gets fouled, and let's see who they call that on. Is it going to be on Jewel?
I think it's going to be on Bonda.
Let's see. Number 33, Bonda. That's her first foul. 15 foul on the Lady Rams, and it is going to put Barunda at the line. First one is up and no good. So a miss, but maybe she can dial this one in. 12-8 now, just a 4-point lead by Lovington with 30 seconds left on the clock, 30.77 seconds. Second one is up, and that one also no good. And Ornelas with the rebound, her second. She'll bring it down. 26 seconds on the clock. She just pulls up midcourt. Looks like Portales may play for the final shot right before the buzzer. They do get the ball in the low post position. That's Bonda, goes up for it, and it bounces hard off of the backboard. Doesn't go. Salcido with the rebound, her second. Gives it off to Buendia. She comes down, and she is she travels. She was hoping to draw the foul as she kind of got tripped up, so she passed it back to Barunda, but not before she took that extra half step, got called, and so that's turnover at number 7. 8 now on the Lady Rams. And the last second shot up by Ornelas and no good, falls way short. So at the end of the first quarter, 12-8 your score. The Lady Wildcats are in the lead. We'll be back with more Lovington girls basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, the Z94 Facebook page, and HobbsAmerica.com.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
And welcome back for Lovington Girls Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, the Z94 Facebook page, and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle. And at the end of the first quarter, 12-8 your score, Lovington leading by a slim 4. They inbound from midcourt, work it around the right side. That is Myra Castro with the ball. Pushing back, gets it to Malaya, top of the arc. Over to Aubrey Aranda. Aranda takes a step forward, tries to put up a shot, won't fall, and the Castro brings down the rebound, but then it is stolen away.
Actually, a rebound on a putback by Jewel.
Lady Rams have the ball, working it around from the right corner. They pass into Fulfer underneath the basket in the low post position, and she goes up for a shot, but she is fouled instead, and they call that one on number 14, Borunda. That's her first foul and the third team foul against the Lady Cats, and that puts Fulfer at the line. First time she's at the line. She's got 2 points in the game and makes it 3. So 12-9. Lady Rams are eating into that slim margin of the Lady Cats. Second one is up, and that one rattles around, and that's Aranda with the rebound.
Her 4th rebound of the ball game.
Yeah, she's cleaning off the boards really well for Lovington, but they need to make their shots count. Drifting back with it near midcourt is Malaya Castro, directing some traffic, setting up the offense. And she drives to the right, and they're going to call her their timeout as Chief Richforth wants to take a timeout. He's watching his girls hesitate just a little bit, trying to get some offense going again. So the timeout is taken, and actually I think we're just going to keep it right here. And it's just a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. And just remind you, it's 12-9. Lady Cats have a 3-point lead just barely into this second quarter as they have put up some points on this one, but they've had some cold shooting, and they've had, a couple of times where they've had 2 and 3 looks at the basket and have not made those points go in. They also have a lot of turnovers in this so far.
Yeah,
I've
so
got
far
them down
8
with
turnovers.
8 turnovers, and Portales says I've got 3. That's exactly what I've written down for
So
them.
Lovington has been very fortunate on that. Now, they came out pretty hot, but then they kind of cooled off. Now they've got to concentrate on having a good rest of the second quarter.
They do. They need to catch fire again, and they will inbound coming out of their timeout. When that is Buendia inbounding. Gets it to Borunda. Borunda out to Aranda. Now to Myra Castro. So the Lady Cats look like they're working quicker now. They're working quicker. And moving in, that's Malaya Castro. And she gets the ball stripped away from her. So 9th turnover. And give it to Ornelas running the point. Drives in, puts up a shot, won't fall. Oh, and right into the hands of number 22, Payton, with a rebound. And I've got her down for a couple of rebounds already.
Her second rebound. That's just the 7th rebound as a team, though, for Portales.
And the whistle sounds as she was going to put up a shot in the act of shooting. She does get fouled, and they're going to call that on number 5, Aubrey Aranda, her first foul, and the 5th team foul on Lovington. First one by Payton is up and good. So 12-10 now. And second one is good as well. So we have a 1-point ball game. Lady Cats need to find more offensive rhythm and find it fast. Borunda running the point. Moves over to the left. Gets it off to Aranda, center court. Over to Myra, now into Borunda in the corner. She puts up a 3-point shot, won't fall. And that is Malaya Castro with the rebound. Pass across underneath the basket, picked off by Banda. She takes it
right
down.
Right now, we just cannot buy a bucket.
Right, gets it to Ornelas. Ornelas passes it in. They're trying to find Fulfer underneath the basket. Fulfer trying to hang on to the ball, and Lovington on her, forcing a turnover. Then that's turnover right back. So the teams trade turnovers, and now the Lady Rams reset. Ornelas running the point. Gets it to Banda, and Ornelas. And then getting it into Banda from the left side. It was Banda who went down to the low post and put it in from the left. And now the Lady Rams have the lead, 13-12. Buendia with the ball. Coming down the top of the arc to Aranda. Then over to Myra Castro. She thinks about the 3, pulls the trigger, won't fall. And that is Fulfer skying for the rebound.
And again, too many one-and-dones down the court for the last about 5.5 minutes for the Lady Cats.
No good, no offensive rebounding for the Lady Cats. and cold shooting. They're taking a lot of threes, attempting a lot of threes, and they're not making them. The Lady Rams coming down the other way. They get it in the paint to Fulfer. Fulfer with the ball, and they're going to call
an offensive foul.
Offensive foul. They're going to fall. I thought she traveled, so they call the offensive foul on 33 on Abanda. That's her second. So the Lady Cats get a break here. They need to try to make some points out of it. Buendia comes down left side, then to Aranda. Aranda, top of the arc, leaves it off for Castro. Myra, no room. Ornelas working hard on her.
Playing tight man coverage are the Lady Rams.
Give it to Aranda, back to Castro. Oh, a bad pass is going to be saved by Aranda. And then she loses the handle on it, but they're going to call the foul on Ornelas.
Aranda.
Oh, an offensive foul on Aranda.
Actually defensive because she just turned it over.
Yeah, and it was, the ball was right there. They both had their hands on it, and I thought it could be a travel, could be a tie, but it turns out to be a foul, and of course it's against us. So Aranda now with 2 fouls on her.
And Portales has made the decision since early in the game. They are not giving Malaya Castro any room to work. They've said, hey, if you're going to beat us from the outside, it's going to have to be somebody else. And so far, Lovington has not gotten a 3 to fall.
No, they haven't, and several players have tried it. Lady Rams work the ball into the inside, and it's number 10, Jewel, who goes up for it. Doesn't work, comes down. Lady Rams get the ball, and then it's number 11, Massey, who gets possession of it and is fouled by Erlyn Salcido, her second, and the 7th team foul on Lovington now. So Massey at the line for the first time, and nothing but net as 14-12 now, 2-point lead by your Lady Rams. 4:39 left to play.
And Lovington is yet to score in this second quarter.
Yeah, this second, I was about to say, this 4:39 left in the second quarter, and the second one falls as well. So Massey puts Portales up by 3, 15-12, but Buendia's got the ball for the Lady Cats. Once again, very tight defense. Barunda's going to drive in and has to pull back out. Gets it to Malaya Castro. Malaya, no room. And now she finds a little seam, goes through the blocks on the right side, puts up a shot, won't fall, but she gets fouled. So Malaya working hard, and that's what you got to do. Lovington actually had everybody trapped up right out there, right at the top of the arc, and so Malaya just decided she would go around and find that seam and make her way to the basket. Unfortunately, was not able to get it to fall, but has a chance to make a free throw here, and she does.
Finally gets Lovington on the board, and that was really set up, that drive-in by Castro, set up by a good screen by Buendia, who took on 2 Lady Rams to give Malaya just a sliver of daylight.
Yeah, and it looked like, I think she intended that she might just go through it, through the lane, but Malaya decided to go around and approach from the right. And the second one is up and good, so back to a 1-point game. 15-14 here. Your Lady Rams are in control of this one, but just by a point, as your Lady Wildcats are just down barely. That's number 10, Jewel, threading her way through. Then she passes it off to 11. Massey puts it up and in with an assist by Jewel. Makes it 17-14. Lady Cats coming down the other way. Buendia with the ball, having trouble hanging on to it. They are really swarming her. She gives it off to Myra Castro. Myra to Malaya. Malaya pulls up on the right arc, tries a 3, won't fall, fight for the rebound. And Erlyn Salcido was fighting for it, and she gets fouled. I think they're going to call,
they're going to call it on
Salcido. Wow. That is her 3rd foul.
Well, just her second.
Oh, okay. Second foul.
I have it as 3-2, so.
All right.
And, it will be.
It'll be
loose ball, so we'll take an 85-foot walk down, and Salcido will, or rather Massey will go to the line for the 1-and-1.
And Schaus comes in the blocks on the left side, and Salcido in the blocks on the right for the Lady Cats. And Massey at the line, she's 2 for 2. And this one rattles home. So she has 5 points in the game, makes it 18-14, 4-point lead by the Lady Rams, and she gets another try at it.
Right now, Lovington getting outscored 10-2.
Second one is up and good. So 19-14 now. Here come the Lady Cats. Buendia running the point across center court timeline to Salcido. Salcido into Schaus. Schaus can't find anybody. Back to Salcido. And Salcido puts it in from the right with an assist by Schaus. So Salcedo with 2 points, 2 more points.
And that was well said as Salcedo
Yes.
got in and came over to assist, and Shao Sar coming through the back door uncovered.
Yeah, nice play, but this is a nice play by the Lady Rams, but Schaus blocks it as a Fulfer was trying for it. Schaus, the first time, was able to block her cleanly, and this time, yes, the ball is the ball is turned over to the Lady Cats.
Just the 5th turnover, though, for the Lady Rams.
Yep, and we've got 10, or I've got 10, maybe 11 now.
11 for us, yeah.
us, yep. So 19-16, Lady Cats trail by 3. Buendia brings it down. She gives it to Myra Castro. She tries to pop a 3. It's an air ball, and that is a number 22, Payton, who picks it up. And they pass in the lane for Fulfer. Fulfer turns around, tries to put it up, no good, and that's going to be stolen away by Castro. Castro gives it off. Buendia brings it down. Is going to put it in, but she travels. She took that extra step before she jumped to put it in, and that's a shame because the basket was good, but it's no good. So 19-16 your score here. 3-point lead by the Lady Rams. 2:30 left to play in this second quarter. And that's Jewel running the point. Leaves it off. Gets it back in the left corner. Almost loses it to Lovington. Passes it off. Center court. Over to 22, Payton. Payton gets it into the right corner, and they get it into Fulfer on the right side. She puts it up and in. So 21-6 as Portales has stretched the lead out to 5 points. 2 minutes left to play as Lovington brings it down. Finally, their first 3-pointer, and it's Myra Castro who pops it from the right corner and makes it 21-19 now. That looks better. Here come the Lady Rams, though. They bring it down the court, passing into Massey, and then Massey takes a tumble. Let's see if they call the offensive foul or if they, yep. Are they going to call a foul or are they just going to call a travel? She lost control, lost balance, and ended up falling.
And
so,
Coach Wade Fraze is going, she got run into. I mean, there was a collision there, but
I think they decided it was messy and there were too many ways it could go, so they just called the travel. So that's turnover number 7 by the Lady Rams. 21-19, Portales leads by 2. The Lady Cats have the ball. 1:44 left to play in the second. Buendia's got it. Getting worked on by Jewel on the right side. Drives around. Then loses the handle on the ball. Loose ball. Portales has it, but the whistle sounds. And I think they're going to say there are 2 girls who ended up on the floor, and the ref was concerned about an injury and decided to whistle the ball dead, I believe.
Yeah, Buendia and Fulfer got tied up again.
And let's see. I think there's been no whistle as to a foul. I think they're just simply going to call it Portales' ball and have them inbound. Payton will inbound, looks like, at the scorer's table. But there's some question as Coach Fraze has some questions for the ref. And Fraze keeps pointing down the court. I don't know why. The ref does not seem inclined to call a foul. He's explaining something to Coach Fraze, saying that the girls were down on the court, and I think they were just concerned about injury. They whistled the ball dead, and there's no foul. There's no change of possession.
Yeah.
The possession was in the Lady Rams when that happened, and now the refs are going to get their heads together. Coach Fraze telling his girls just get out there and play no matter what the call here is. And meantime, the Lady Cats are
ready to go,
yeah,
and Chief Bridgeforth is drawing on his board over there and flashing it out.
He's saying, "Hey, if you're going to give me some time to talk with the girls, I'm going to do it." He's giving them some strategy while there is basically a timeout without an official timeout.
And they are going to say that they'll inbound it. And now Chief Bridgeforth is asking for some clarification.
Right. And still,
because he's saying that when they called the official timeout, they had just gotten over center court, but they're going to let Portales inbound it from their own baseline.
Yeah, and they do. They get it in to Bonda. She puts up a shot, won't fall. It is Payton with the rebound and the putback. There's a whistle that sounds. It's going to be an offensive foul. And it's going to go back to the it is on the there's a foul, and it's going to be on number 12, Malaya Castro. And it is going to put, Payton. Is that Payton back at the line? I
believe so, yeah.
Yeah, it's Payton back at the line. She's 2 for 2 at the line. And now makes it good. She'll have another chance at it. 22-19, back to a 3-point lead here. 1:24 left to play in this second quarter as it has slowed. The pace has slowed way down with lots of snafus. And the second one up and good makes it 23-19. 1:23 left. Buendia running the point for Lovington. Brings it down right side. Passes it off to Salcido. They're on her tight. Now they get it back to Buendia. Buendia's been having trouble hanging on to the ball. She's been having trouble dribbling and making forward progress without tumbling, stumbling, tripping, or getting pressed by the opposite team. I mean,
they've been on her very tight.
The whole game, they have just been on. They know they've played the girls. They know who's going to run the point. They know who's going to handle the ball. They know who's going to shoot. And Lady Rams have made some adjustments, and they're definitely holding the Lady Wildcats accountable. Oh, and Buendia puts up one, won't fall. Fight for the rebound, and Portales comes away with it. They give it to Ornelas. She goes coast to coast. She's going to put one up, but she gets stopped by Schaus underneath the basket. The ball goes out of bounds. They're just going to say last touched by Lovington. That was Schaus. And Schaus, I think
she got a foot.
I
think she got a foot in the jaw as they were going down.
Something in her eye or her face. Something. It doesn't look good. But she's in there. Lady Rams inbound it underneath the basket. They get it. They're trying to get Fulfer in the low post position, and the Lovington faithful want a travel for that because Fulfer had it, and what they saw was a step, but it doesn't get called. Instead, the foul gets called, and it's going to be on number 10, Myra Castro, her third, and that is going to be the 10th team foul in Lovington, and that puts Payton back at the line, and it's a miss. I've got her 2 for 3 now, but she was at the...
She's 4 for 5.
4 for 5. I did not write down her last 2 attempts, and this one is going to be good. So now she's 5 of 6 at the line and makes it 24-19. 50 seconds left in this second quarter. Lady Cats have it. That is Castro with the ball. Gets it to Buendia. She drives along the baseline, comes out right side, gives it to Myra Castro. She tries to pop another 3 again, and then Payton skies for the rebound. Denies Lovington a second look there. They get it to Ornelas. She comes down, tries to pop a 3. Fight for the rebound between Salcido and
Payton.
Payton wins that battle, but then the ball is loose, tipped away by Myra Castro, stolen away. And Castro gives it to Buendia. She drives through. Yeah, they're going to call. Let's see if they call Payton, and she just didn't have the feet set. Got right in front of Buendia. Buendia went up for the basket. No good on the basket, but she does get fouled. So Buendia will go to the line, and Buendia is 4 for 4 at the line for Lovington tonight. 4 for 5. Yeah, she had that miss. And this one also pops away and misses at a time when Lovington really does need every point. But we can say that any time that they have missed a basket and made a basket. And there it is. Drops in. 24-20. 10 seconds left in the second quarter. That's Ornelas running the point for Portales. And a shot is up. No good. Fight for the rebound. And the rebound comes away. Fulfer with the rebound and the putback. And at the buzzer, 26-20. The Lady Rams are leading the Lady Wildcats here at halftime, and we'll be back with your halftime report, your Lovington Auto Supply report, and more Lovington girls basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, the Z94 Facebook page, and HobbsAmerica.com.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, Shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Now Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Now Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Now Pharmacy, located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Now Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Lovington High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Lovington, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Wildcats!
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
School is back in session, and we are excited to be back. The Lovington Municipal School District welcomes our amazing students, staff, and families. With over 3,000 students across 10 campuses, the Lovington School District is the pride of Lee County. As we build champion cats, we're looking forward to seeing you at school activities. For on-demand updates about Lovington schools, please log on to lovingtonschools.net.
Welcome back to Lovington Girls Basketball from Wildcat Gym on Lovington Sports YouTube, the Z94 Facebook page, and HobbsAmerica.com. Well, a tale of two quarters for sure. The first one, it was all about Lovington as they ended the first quarter 12-8. But then they got outplayed and outscored in that second quarter as the pace picked up, the defensive pressure picked up against Lovington, and we end up at 26-20 with the Lady Rams leading at halftime. And here's how we got there. Your Lady Rams scoring. Leading scorer so far is Fulfer with 7 points and 2 rebounds. Then you have Bonda with 6 points and 4 rebounds. Massey with 6 points, 1 rebound. Then you have Payton with 5 points and 5 rebounds. And then you have Ornelas with 2 points, 3 rebounds. Then you have Jewel with 2 rebounds and an assist. So the Lady Rams score 8 points in the first, 20 in the second. Or actually, they score 8 in the first, 18 in the second.
You've been doing my math again, haven't you?
And they turn over the ball 8 times. The Lovington girls turn over the ball 13 times in that first half. And scoring for your Lady Cats, your leading scorer so far is Buendia with 9 points, 2 rebounds. Then you have Salcido with 4 points, 2 rebounds. Aranda has 4 rebounds but no points. Castro has 3 points, 1 rebound. And then Malaya Castro has 2 points, 4 rebounds. Borunda has 2 points, 2 rebounds. And Salcido with 4 points, 2 rebounds. And then Schaus with 3 rebounds and 1 assist. So Lovington scoring 12 points in the first. And they only score 8 points in the second quarter. Ouch.
Yeah, very tough. And in that 8 points they got, only 2 of them only 5 points, but only 2 field goals made in that entire second quarter. Lovington in that first half goes 7 of 11 from the free throw line, but in that second quarter, 3 of 5. But Portales had 10 opportunities at the stripe in that second quarter, and they made them pay. They go 10 of 12 in the second quarter.
12 of 13 altogether.
12 of 14
right?
overall.
12 of 14, all right. Yeah.
And rebounding in the first quarter, Lovington was just absolutely wiping the glass off. They had 15 rebounds in the first quarter, but only 18 at halftime. So that means just 3 rebounds in the second quarter for Lovington. Portales on the rebounding had just 6 in the first quarter, but then 17 at the half. So 11 rebounds. They got out rebounded 11 to 8, or rather 11 to 3 in that second quarter. As we talked about it in the pregame show, you've got to have a complete game, and well, that's pretty much out the window now because that second quarter was not a complete quarter, not what they wanted to see. They had all kinds of trouble with Portales really picking up the man pressure, but now they're only down by 6. That's just 2 possessions.
Right.
And so they're still completely in this ball game, but they're going to have to make some major adjustments coming out of the locker room.
They are, and they should know and have that confidence, though, that they were down against Portales by more than 6 points and managed to come back and beat Portales by a score of 50 to 43. So they can do it, but they have work to do, and they have to come out and make that third quarter a lot more like their first. Because if they play as they did in the second quarter, then they're going to be down even more at the end of this third quarter. So we'll come back and we'll talk about the keys to the second half as we continue your Lovington Auto Supply halftime show. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle. Your halftime score 26-20. Your Lady Cats are trailing against the Lady Rams, and we'll be back with Lovington girls basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, the Z94 Facebook page, and HobbsAmerica.com.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
And welcome back to Wildcat Gym for Lovington basketball. The girls are playing against Portales, and we've got it for you. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle on Lovington Sports YouTube, the Z94 Facebook page, and HobbsAmerica.com. And the tale, I wish we had a better halftime score to give you, but it's still not out of the realm of Lovington's capabilities to come back from a 6-point deficit. They're just down by 6. 26-20 is your score. Now, that doesn't sound so bad unless you hear that at the end of the first quarter they were up by 4, 12-8. But they did get out-rebounded, outplayed in that second quarter, and they've got to come back and get control of this one, TJ.
Well, they have to find a way to hang on to the basketball. 13 turnovers, way too many in that first half, and they've got to find a way to get a little space built in, and that's going to be by moving the ball and moving it quickly. They have had no room to work in that second quarter on offense, but they'll start on defense.
And they do as the Lady Rams inbound at midcourt from the student section. They get it to Ornelas, going to run the point, drifts over to the right, gets it into Payton near the paint, and then loses the handle, or Bonda rather, and loses the handle on it. So it'll be the jump ball.
Myra did a nice job going in and tying her up under there to force the turnover.
So it's Buendia with the ball for the Lady Rams. She brings it down left side, getting worked on by Jewel. Passes it off to Malaya Castro. Malaya, again, tight defense by Ornelas on her. No room as she runs into Buendia, coming back to try to get it to her. And Buendia, no-look pass, and Malaya wasn't looking. Payton picks it up, then takes it down, puts up a shot. It won't fall, but she gets bumped into, I believe, by Buendia. Nope. She gets bumped into by Buendia. Yeah, she's shaking her head saying, nope, she didn't feel like she did that. But it will put Payton at the line, and Buendia will be called for her first foul.
And a little frustration, I think, showing right now for the Lovington Lady Cats. They just got to shake it off, go out and play.
Payton puts it up, and it rolls off, so a miss for her. She had only missed one other in all of her trips at the line. This is her fourth trip to the line. Her second miss, and she'll get another chance at it. 26-20, barely into this third quarter. That one falls, so now 27-20. And Lovington with the ball. Buendia bringing down the basketball on the right side across the timeline. Gets it to Myra Castro in the right corner. To Aranda. Aranda turns around, gets it to Barunda in the paint. Barunda puts up a shot, won't fall. And the rebound comes down. The Lady Rams have it. They're going to work it quickly down. A three-point shot is up, no good. And Myra Castro with the rebound gives it to Buendia. Buendia moving across quickly. Loses the handle on it again, but saved by Malaya Castro. She runs through the lane, puts up a shot. It's short, and Fulfer picks it up. So no score yet. 27-20. Lovington has not scored in the second half yet. That's Payton with it to Ornelas right corner. And then a ball up and no good. And that's going to be Aranda with the rebound. Aranda passing it down to Malaya Castro, and it's taken away. So a turnover again for Lovington.
15th for the Lady Cats.
Ornelas with the ball, gets it to Payton. Payton into Jewel. Jewel jumps up, takes a shot. It's hard off the backboard. Fight for the rebound. It goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it is Lovington. Nope, it's the Lady Rams basketball. Last touch by the Lady Cats. So still 27-20, 6:12 left in the third. Ornelas gets it into Fulfer, and then back to Ornelas, only it's Malaya Castro's ball. She gets in there. Myra Castro takes it away. A nice steal. Lovington going to work around the outside of the arc. They get it to Myra. Oh, she pulls up, tries a three-pointer, and it's way short. Air ball goes out of bounds. Lady Rams basketball. It'll be Ornelas running the point, crosses the timeline center court, and gets it to Jewel on the right side. Jewel getting worked on by Buendia. They pass it off to Banda. Banda back to Ornelas, and the Lady Rams reset. Get it to Payton on the left wing. Then back to Ornelas. Ornelas drives along the baseline, and she gets run into. Are they going to call that against Barunda?
Aranda.
Aranda. So another foul. That is the third one on Aranda. Just the second team foul in the second half against the Lady Cats. They inbound. They get it to number 22, Payton. She puts up a shot from the left wing. It won't fall, and that's Buendia with the rebound. She picks it up, getting double-teamed. Double coverage on her. Now to Castro, now to Myra, and now in the right corner, a shot's up by Aranda, won't go, and that's going to be number 3, Ornelas with the ball. She passes it off, and that's Banda driving the lane, going to put up a shot, and it's just bumped. It's blocked from behind, and it goes out of bounds. The last touch by Lovington, and that was a good shot. Was that Aranda who bumped that out?
Yeah, that was a good hustle coming from behind for Aubrey. Came by and got all ball and knocked that one out. So a good job there by the Lady Cats to keep this a 27-20 game.
And Barunda comes out. Schaus goes in for Lovington. Ornelas inbounds to Jewel. Jewel, spin move, drives in the lane up to from the left side, puts it up, won't go, and Salcido with the rebound. I've got her for 3. Leaves it off for Myra Castro. Runs the point across center line. Myra now into Salcido. Salcido to Schaus underneath, and they can't hang on to it. And it is Ornelas' ball. She gets it off to Jewel. Jewel has a jumper from the right side, and it won't fall. Fight for the rebound. It bounces out. Last touch by the Lady Rams, so it'll be the Lovington ball.
They initially called Portales ball, but they changed it.
Portales not happy about the change, but we'll take it. Castro inbounds, gets it to Buendia. Buendia, center court, running the point. Drives in from the right, takes a shot, and no good. Fight for the rebound. Salcido's got it. Oh, and she can't hang on to it. Her hands above. Jewel takes it away. Runs the point, goes down, drives in the lane, little spin move, and runs into Lovington, and she travels. So, yep, turn it over. give it to Lovington. A good break. There's been no score now. There's a timeout. 27-20 is your score. Lady Rams still leading the Lady Cats. And we will be back in 30 seconds with more Lovington girls basketball from Wildcat Gym.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
And welcome back to Wildcat Gym for Lovington girls basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, the Z94 Facebook page, and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle, and your score is 27-20 here. And out of the timeout, we're in the third quarter. I'll give you exactly how much it is, but neither team needing their full 60 seconds of that timeout. They broke huddle just a little bit early. And here we are with 4:19 left to play in the third quarter. And Lovington has not put a single point on the board in the third quarter. It was 26-20 at half, and so far, even Portales has managed only 1 point, and that's from the line. Lovington out of the timeout, inbounds, driving around the outside of the arc. Myra Castro bouncing in the lane for Schaus. Schaus not quite ready for that and can't control the bounce. It goes out of bounds, so it'll be Lady Ram basketball. 4:04 left to play now, as both teams are really stalling out here in this third quarter. Neither of them getting any real offensive push. Lady Rams pass it in. They were trying to get Bonda in the lane, and a little too hard, goes out, but last touch by the Lady Cats. They'll inbound. A three-point attempt up from the left corner won't fall, and Malaya Castro has the rebound. Brings it down, gives it to Buendia. Oh, and she travels. Nope, they're going to call the foul on, I think, Ornelas.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's who they're going to put it on. Jewel was also there as she was caught kind of in a Portales sandwich, and yeah, they are going to whistle that on Ornelas. Her third personal, just the first team foul for Portales. Portales thinking, yeah, we'll keep taking the air out of the ball. We're fine with this. We're up by 7.
And it's on the floor, not in the act of shooting. So Lady Cats inbound and stepping up all by herself. Salcido has no pressure on her on a lot of time, but she can't get the three-pointer to fall. Instead, Myra Castro gets it on the other side of the basket, on the right side, and then the ball is on the floor. There's a free-for-all, no whistle, fight for it. And coming down, driving on the outside for the Lady Rams is Ornelas, and she gets hammered as she goes up to the basket. So they're going to call that foul on number 10. That's Myra Castro, and that's her fourth foul and the third team foul on Lovington in the second half. And it puts Ornelas at the line. This is her first trip to the line. She's got 2 points in the game. And she puts it up and good. 28-20. Lady Rams 8 points in the lead here. 3:21 left to play in this third quarter. We have Schaus coming out, Aranda coming in for Lovington. And Aranda will go into the blocks on the left side for Lovington. Ornelas up for her second attempt, and that was going to be short. And the ball is on the court. Salcido had it and then kicked it out of bounds.
Yeah, Lovington right now, just nothing going their way.
Just having a hard time hanging on to the ball. I've got them for 16 turnovers now.
20.
And the Lady Rams get the ball in. They give it to Rippey in the game for the first time. I believe that's 32, not 22. And she
going to get immediately fouled.
Immediately fouled in the act of shooting. They're going to call that on Buendia. That's her second. Fourth team foul on Lovington, and Rippey goes up and no good, so a miss for her. Score stays 28-20, 3:17 left in this third quarter here at Wildcat Gym. Lovington girls needing to win to move on to play Artesia tomorrow night. It's looking less and less like that's going to happen, but it is not out of the realm of possibility for them to come back. The second one up
Still a
and
long
good.
way to go.
Yep, 29-20. Lady Cats down by 9 now, but still a lot of time on the clock and a lot of basketball to play, and they certainly can come back. Buendia is getting worked on, double team, double coverage on her. Passes it off to Salcido, who can't hang on to it, and it's taken away. Ornelas has got it. Or They bring it down. That's actually Massey who had that, I believe.
That was Ornelas.
No, Ornelas had. But Massey was right there. But Ornelas takes the shot, makes it 31-20. Lovington needs to answer and chip back into this lead, and they've got to start it now or they're going to get buried. They pass the ball around and get it to Barunda. Barunda from the left side, point blank, can't get it to fall. And the Lady Rams have the rebound. They get it to Ornelas. Ornelas just going to back up. Now get it to Jewel on the right wing. Jewel back to Ornelas in the right corner. Then over to Rippey. And then to Fulfer. And now good defensive pressure by Lovington. They kick it back out to Jewel at the top of the arc, and then over to Ornelas, right side, and then into Banda. Oh, Banda loses the handle on it, and Aranda gets in there to tie it up. Yes, jump ball, good hustle, and a good fight for it as Aranda ties it up. And unfortunately, the arrow goes the way of Portales. And that'll be 11-10. Jewel and Massey coming out for the Lady Rams, and I know that 22 Payton going back in. They inbound and they give it to Payton, and Payton makes them pay with a just 2 points. No,
yeah,
they
it was
haven't
just
put
a
it up.
two-pointer.
Just 2-pointer, 33-20 now, as Lovington brings the ball back down and going to try to put it up. Goes out of bounds, knocked out by the Lady Rams. It'll stay Lady Cat basketball, and that's Myra Castro inbounding from underneath the Lady Cats basket. She gets it into Barunda, then Barunda back to Buendia. Buendia gets it back to Barunda, and Payton, or actually that's 32, Rippey all over her. So they're going to call that foul on Rippey, her first, second team foul. It's on the floor. Lady Cats keep the ball. They inbound. Get it to Buendia. Buendia passes it off to Aranda. Back to Buendia, right wing. And he worked on by Payton. A pass to Barunda, who drives the lane, then kicks it out to Malaya Castro. She backs up for the three and pops it. And there's what we've been looking for all game, as she finally got loose and pops a three. 33-23 your score. Minute 23 left in the third. The Lady Rams have it. Ornelas driving in from the left side, and yep, she does. She loses it. She travels and turns it over. So Lady Cat basketball, maybe finally they're going to catch fire here. Salcedo inbounds to Buendia. Just a 10-point lead, 33-23 now. Minute 12 left in the third. Buendia runs the point around the outside on the right side to Malaya Castro. Over to Barunda. Barunda backs up, kicks it back out. Now Malaya going to drive to the right. No room. Buendia's got it. And then they're going to call Ornelas on the foul, a little push foul against Buendia. Send Buendia to the line. So that's the third foul on Ornelas.
Now they're going to say it was on the floor.
On the floor. All right. So Buendia will not go to the line, just on the floor. So it will be Lady Cat basketball. Malaya Castro will inbound right in front of the Lady Cat bench. Gets it in. Oh, and blocked out. It'll stay Lady Cat basketball. But Banda coming out of nowhere, pushing that out of bounds, keeping it out of Barunda's hands.
Portales just playing with a lot more energy than Lovington and doing a much better job of moving around on the court.
Yep, both offensively and defensively. There's Buendia losing the handle on it, ends up on her knees, and it's taken away by an aggressive Lady Ram squad. That's Payton with it. Payton brings it down, and then she loses the handle on it.
But not before she was fouled by Aubrey Aranda.
And
That'll be Aubrey's fourth.
And Aranda bumps into her and will get called for the bump foul. It is on the floor, though. And Aranda with her fourth foul. It'll be number 32, Rippey, to inbound underneath, just to the left of the Lady Ram basketball. As sub coming in, Aranda comes out. And number 23, Greben, comes in for
Audrey
Lovington.
Alexander also checking in.
So Aubrey, the only senior on the Lovington squad, checking in. Jewel's got the ball for the Lady Rams outside the arc, center arc, then back up near midcourt and works over to the left. Gets the ball back and back over to the right. Driving in is Rippey. Nowhere to go. Good defense by Lovington there. To Jewel. Jewel drives the lane, puts up a little shot, won't fall. Fight for the rebound, and it's controlled by Fulfer, and then taken away by Audrey Alexander, and it ends up Lovington's ball. So good hustle again. Audrey Alexander coming off of the bench. Lovington needs a spark. They inbound in front of the Lady Rams bench. Barunda to Malaya Castro. Malaya setting the offense. Now she drives in, pulls back out, goes over to center court. Leaves it to Barunda. Barunda passes all the way to Greben on the right side. Greben puts up a last-second shot. The end of the third quarter sounds, and it's still a 10-point lead by the Lady Rams, 33-23. We'll be back for the fourth and final quarter of this one. We'll be back with more Lovington girls basketball from Wildcat Gym.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
And welcome back to Lady Wildcat basketball from Wildcat Gym, and the fourth quarter just underway. Lady Rams inbound, passing it around, and a bad pass back to Ornelas goes out of bounds. Some sloppy play there by Portales. Lovington will take advantage of that as they will get the ball. Inbound, Barunda to Castro. Malaya in front of the student section. Malaya running the point, travels over to the left to Audrey Alexander. A pass into Barunda is taken away by Ornelas. Another turnover by Lovington. Ornelas takes it down, leaves it off for Jewel in the right corner. Jewel comes back around. The clock is now Portales' friend. They do not have to feel the pressure of scoring. Jewel pulls the trigger on a three. It does not fall. Fight for the rebound is Salcido. Salcido then loses it. It's taken away by Payton, and Payton puts it up and in.
Payton now with 10 points in the ballgame for Portales.
And makes it 34-23. Time is running out for the Lady Cats. So that is Malaya Castro with the ball, leaves it off for Audrey Alexander, and she travels, trying to get around Ornelas, and bounce pass off to her teammate, instead loses the ball.
25th turnover for the Lady Cats. Hard to win
if you're turning the ball over. If you can't hang on to it and you're not making points while you've got it, you're not gonna be able to do well. And the Lady Cats have stumbled in the second and third quarters. They're looking for redemption here. They've got to start now.
Yeah, look for Portales to take at least 30 to 35 seconds
with every possession,
unless they get absolutely open with a great shot.
And they're doing that here, passing around the outside of the arc on the perimeter. Jewel's got it top of the arc right now, just calling for people to pass it off to. And now in the lane, trying for Banda. Banda has no room, kicks it out to Jewel on the left corner. Tight defense by Lovington. Then they get it to Ornella. She puts one up, and it goes in and out. And fight for the rebound. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lovington. And it will be Portales ball as Ornelas will inbound just to the left of the Lovington, just to the left of their own basket. And Ornelas drives in, puts up a shot, won't fall. And that is Castro with the rebound. She leaves it off for Aranda. Aranda to Malaya Castro. And she pops a three, pulls the trigger on it from the left corner. Another three, that's her second tray. Keeps Lovington in it. 34-26 or 35-26 right now is your score, and a timeout is taken. So we'll be back in 30 seconds with more Lady Wildcat basketball from Wildcat Gym.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
And welcome back to Wildcat Gym. This is Lovington Girls Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, the Z94 Facebook page, and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle, and your score is 35-26, a 9-point lead by Portales in this one out of the 60-second timeout. The Portales breaks their huddle first, and here come the the Lady Wildcats to resume play. Time's running out. 6:06 left to play in this game. They've got 9 points to make up and make up quickly. It'll be Lady Ram basketball out of their timeout with 6:06 left to play in the game. Ornelas running the point, comes across center, gets it to Payton in the right corner, then across to Jewel on the left side. Back to Ornelas as just a kind of a leisurely pace here by Portales. They know the clock is their friend, and they're just going to eat some clock, pass the ball, and then they pass it into Bonda in the lane as she tries to put up a shot from the left side, and she gets hammered by Aranda, I believe.
Barunda.
Oh, Barunda. All right. So
yeah, Ashlyn
Barunda.
went over the back on that one.
All right, and Aranda was right there. I'm looking at the wrong jersey. So a foul, and that's going to be
Bonda.
the second foul on Barunda, and Bonda at the line puts up the first and bottom of the net. So make it 36-26 now, back to a 10-point lead. Second one is up, and that one also good by Bonda. I have her for 8 points in the game.
Yeah, that is right.
Lovington with the ball. Myra Castro runs the point. Outside the arc on the right side. Gets it to Buendia. Buendia double teamed immediately. Into Castro. She gets it to Aranda in the left corner. She pops a three. Wow, Audrey Aranda with her first points of the game, and it's a tray. Makes it 36-29. Lady Rams with the ball. They get it to Jewel. Jewel loses the handle on the ball, picked up by Malaya Castro, and then turned right back over. But then jump ball is called as Myra Castro gets in.
Oh, we got some words.
Ties it up with some, with Payton, and yes, some words are called. Let's see if anybody gets called for anything other than just a regular foul.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to call the foul at all. They're just going to call jump ball.
I think they're just going to leave it a tie and just warn the girls to
Payton came
not
out of,
say anything. Yeah, Payton came out. Her teammates kind of pulled her away before anything could happen.
Yeah, came out barking at Myra Castro.
It's the Lady Wildcats basketball. They inbound at the scorer's table. Buendia's got it, and a whistle sounds as she was going to put up a shot, and they're going to call that and say it was
going to call the hack foul on Jewel.
They're going to call a foul on Jewel, and that is going to be her second foul. I've got her down as second foul. I guess it's third.
That's third, yeah.
On the board. Just on the floor. So Lovington's got it, but taken away as Payton takes it down, gives it to Ornelas. She puts it up. No good. Payton with the rebound and the putback, though. That's 2 more points for her. Makes it 38-29. 39-29, that is. So back to a 10-point lead. My score bug sticking there a little bit. Sorry about that. Lady Cats coming back the other way. Buendia's got it underneath, and they're going to call a foul. And they'll see, are they going to call it on Ornelas? I believe they are.
Yeah, they are, and they've got that as her fourth. I had it as her fifth. But
yeah, it's her fourth foul. Apparently it is the fifth team foul, and a timeout is taken as I think Coach Fraze wants to cool things off just a little bit. And it is a 60-second timeout, but we'll be back in 30 seconds with more Lady Wildcat basketball. Your score 39-29 here at Wildcat Gym.
We're the pharmacy that you've trusted for over 75 years. Being open for that length of time can only happen with consistency, service, and local engagement. Nowell Pharmacy has supported the local youth in City of Lovington for over 75 years. When you need a pharmacist, you can trust that Nowell Pharmacy will be there for your needs. Go by Nowell Pharmacy located at 122 West Adams in Lovington today. Nowell Pharmacy, a proud supporter of the Lovington Wildcats.
And welcome back to Wildcat Gym for Lovington Girls Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, the Z94 Facebook page, and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle. 39-29, a 10-point lead by Portales over Lovington. And the tick-tock, the clock is ticking down, and the Lovington girls have got to make something happen, and something happen fast if they want to climb back into this one and get the comeback win. Out of the foul, it was on the floor, not in the act of shooting. So Buendia will have the ball and inbound. She gets it to Salcido. Salcido runs out of room, and they're going to call a foul on number 33, Bonda. And Bonda was she just about tipped Salcido over. Salcido had the ball behind her back practically by the time that was all said and done. It is on the floor, so we'll try it again as Buendia will inbound to the right of the Lovington basket. She'll get it to Salcido. Salcido hands it back off. Buendia puts up a shot, and it's no good, but she gets foul. She draws the foul, and I believe that is Jewel. I think they'll call that on her. Let's see.
Will be.
It will be on Jewel, and that's going to be, I've got that as her fourth.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. So fourth foul, and that will put Buendia at the line. She'll shoot for 2.
3.
Yeah, 2. Yeah, because of the bonus. Yep, she'll shoot for 3. And the first one is up and good. So Buendia, with 10 points in the game now, makes it 39-30. Every point counts and helps the Lady Cats. They're trying for a comeback win here. 4:30 left to play in this game.
And there's some question now from Coach Fraze whether that's supposed to be a 2 or a 3-shot foul, and he's going to take a timeout. They clearly signaled that she was in the act of shooting a 3, so it should be a 3-shot foul.
So a timeout, but it's just a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here and just remind you, your score is 39-30, and Portales is leading right now, but the Lady Cats have a little momentum going. I feel a little fire, a little spark there as, the time's running out, and they've got to do this. It's a 3-possession game if you're counting them trays, and they can certainly happen. They have come alive finally with their 3-point game. A couple of those popped by Malaya Castro over on the left wing, and that's only because Portales really left her open. Malaya was able to maneuver over and get open and take her time and pop those 2 threes and kind of keep it. And then Aranda popped a 3 again. So the perimeter shooting finally starting to happen for Lovington, and they need more of it. Buendia at the line, and all of the Cats pulled away. None of them in the blocks. First one is up and good, or actually that's the second one, right? That's the second of 3. So 39-31 now, down to 8 points. And Lovington can chip away a little more if this is good, and it is. So Buendia, 3 of 3 at the line there, makes it 37-32, a 7-point lead by Portales. They have the ball, bringing it down. Oh, and taken away. Buendia, if she can just hang on to it, and she can't, it's stolen right back. So the teams trade turnovers, and the Lady Rams have it, but a pass, it just goes off the head of Payton, but picked back up by Portales. The clock is their friend, and they're going to eat some time off of it. But Lovington's got to try to steal it if they can. Oh, and a shot up and good by Massey. Goes in, 41-32. Buendia has it for Lovington, brings it down, top of the arc, worked on by Ornelas. Or rather, worked on by Rippey. Passes it to Barunda in the lane, and it's almost taken away by Fulfer. It goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it's going to be Portales' ball. So Fulfer will have it, and inbound, Lovington's got to try to get it away and get some more points on the board. Portales inbounds, still in the backcourt, passing it around. Now they get it to Payton. Payton pulls up on the left side. Now he's going to pull back to midcourt and just hang on to the ball. Passing it around. It's Rippey with it now, or Bonda with it now. Back to Payton. And then back to midcourt. Goes in the backcourt. Picked up by Aranda. Aranda stops in the left blocks and gets tied up. The ball's loose. No foul. And picked up by Rippey. And still in the backcourt. And now I think Bridgeford. Nope, it's a timeout going to be taken by Coach Fraze. Wow.
Yeah, no, and the Lovington faithful want to know where the foul was, and I'm kind of with them on that one. So, just wow. When things don't go your way, they don't go your way. And Coach G. Bridgeforth is down there going, hey, when they give her a hug down there, how is that not a foul?
Right.
And it did. It looked like they were sharing the love, but you're not supposed to hug it out when you're on the basketball court.
So 41-32, a 9-point lead by Portales as the clock ticks down in the final couple of minutes of this one here at Wildcat Gym. And Lovington came out and did well in that first quarter, 12-8, but it has really been Portales' game ever since then. They had a 6-point lead at the half. They had a 10-point lead at the end of the third quarter, and here we are in the fourth. And out of this timeout, the teams will get back out on the court, and Lovington has work to do if they're going to try to tie this one up or just win it in regulation time. They are 9 points down. Now they have popped 3 trays in the second half, but they have to get the ball first. And Portales, they don't have to give it up. They're in the backcourt. Jewel getting double teamed, still in the backcourt. Payton's got it. Now they pass to Ornelas up in the front court. Good tight defense by Lovington, but they've got to try to get the ball. And Portales, I think, is just going to hang on to it. Now they do get it in, driving the lane and putting it up and in is Ornelas from the right side. She kind of snuck in. And 43-32 is your score. Portales leading. Lovington with the ball around the outside of the arc. They get it to Malaya Castro in the left corner. She tries a 3. The ball's knocked away, but Aranda gets the rebound, and the putback no good. And then Fulfer gets the rebound for Portales. They give it to Ornelas. Ornelas just pulls up center court to Jewel on the left side. Jewel works it around, gets it over to Fulfer, then back to Payton. Payton is fouled. That's Buendia reaches out and fouls her. So they will call Buendia, and that's really with 2:14 left in the game, that's what Lovington is just going to have to do. They know that because with the 11-point lead, Portales can just hang on to the ball. So
make it a
Lovington,
free throw shooting contest. And
Yep.
so, give them a chance to, if they're going to score, have them do it without the clock ticking.
And that puts Payton at the line. She's missed twice tonight. Does not miss that one. And makes it 44-32 here. 2:14 left. She gets another shot as Portales pulls everybody out of the blocks.
Yeah, she's 7 of 9 right now from the free throw line.
Second one is up and good. So 8 of 10 makes it 45-32, a 13-point lead by Portales. 2:11 left in this game. Buendia with the ball for the Lady Cats. Drives into the left side, then kicks it out to Myra Castro from the right. She tries to pop a 3. It won't fall, and Jewel with the rebound. Over to Payton, then to Ornelas in the front court. Ornelas just drifts back midcourt, bounce pass to Payton on the right side, then to Fulfer. Fulfer to Banda, and Buendia tries to steal, but the ball pops out, and it stays Portales' ball. Ornelas drives in, puts a shot up, won't fall, fight for the rebound. Loose ball on court, bodies flying everywhere. I think an elbow, into the face there of Banda, but everybody's up, and it'll be Lovington's ball. 1:37 seconds left. 45-32. Lovington down by 13. Buendia will pick it up. Center court, drive in. She'll drive in, try to put up a shot, but she loses the handle on the ball.
Yeah, got stripped out by Fulfer there. It'll stay Lovington basketball.
So no foul, but Buendia will inbound to Salcido, to Castro, back to Buendia in the right. She gets it over to Aranda in the left corner. She puts up a 3. It does not fall, and it's Jewel with the rebound. Jewel getting worked on by Buendia. Gets it to Banda on the left. In the left corner, she drives in, then kicks it out. All Portales has to do is hang on to it, and then it gets fouled. Malaya Castro fouls number 10, Jewel. I think they do call that on Malaya. An intentional, foul, just drawing
not flagrant,
that,
but just
right?
intentional.
Yes, intentional. 32-45. 1:05 left to play as Aranda and Myra Castro come out. Buendia and Salcido in the blocks for Lovington as Portales has pulled back. Nobody in the blocks. And Jewel with no good. A miss, and Salcido with the rebound. She gives it to Buendia. Buendia drives in and puts it up. The basket's good, but the whistle sounds beforehand, and they're going to call a foul.
They're going to whistle that on Jewel.
They are going to whistle that, and I believe that's 5 on Jewel.
Should be,
She fouls out.
4 rebounds, no points for Jewel.
So 45-32, still your score. A minute left to play. 13-point lead by Portales. And Jewel fouls out. They put, I did not see who came in instead of her. I think that was 30.
Rippy.
Rippy, okay, 32.
Ugh.
Oh, and no good as the free throw shot, no good by Buendia. Portales gets it, and coming down is Ornelas. She gets run into, and they call the foul.
I got run into a couple of times there.
She did, and they're going to call that on what, number 10? They're going to call that on
Malaya,
number 12, Malaya Castro. So that will put with just under 52 seconds left to play. Portales goes to the line with a 13-point lead, and the first is up and rolls, rattles home. That's Ornelas at the line, makes it 46-32. And that is up and good as well. Nails in the coffin against the Lady Cats as Buendia runs the point, brings it down. Passes it off to Malaya Castro. Malaya works it over in the right side, drives in, loses the dribble, kicks it back to Buendia. Buendia to Malaya. Intense defensive pressure, but she finds a little room, gets into the lane and puts it up and in. 2 points for Malaya.
10 points now in the game for Malaya.
47-34 with 20 seconds left to play. This will be a Lady Ram victory over the Lady Cats, and the Lady Cats with some intense defense, just frustration there, and a timeout is taken with 15.29 seconds left on the clock. We will just keep it right here. Just a 30-second timeout. 47-34 is your score, and what started out in a promising fashion for the Lady Cats just has not ended up working out for them in the long run of this game.
No, it really hasn't, as Portales has come out and just outplayed them. Lovington has had no answer for the intense pressure and for the man defense that they've had on them all game long. So the Lady Cats are, going to fall tonight. They will. I've got to think they will still make the playoffs. Seeding will come out on Sunday. But let's hope in the next 8 days that Lovington can figure this out.
So Portales will inbound out of their timeout, and they do.
And Buendia gets an elbow in the face and
no call. All right. They're
Andre Alexander gets tripped.
They're passing
it
around, and Malaya tried to foul, and it wasn't called. And Portales is just going to hang on to the ball, run out the clock, and not take another shot, and end this one at 47-34. And it will be Portales Lady Rams who will move on to play Artesia in the tournament championship game tomorrow at Artesia. Your Lady Cats fall 47-34. We will be back with your Nowell Pharmacy post-game show here at Wildcat Gym.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
School is back in session, and we are excited to be back. The Lovington Municipal School District welcomes our amazing students, staff, and families. With over 3,000 students across 10 campuses, the Lovington School District is the pride of Lee County. As we build Champion Cats, we're looking forward to seeing you at school activities. For on-demand updates about Lovington schools, please log on to lovingtonschools.net.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
Okay, and welcome back to Wildcat Gym. This is Lovington Girls Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, the Z94 Facebook page, and HobbsAmerica.com. And this is your Nowell Pharmacy postgame show. And it's unfortunate the Lady Cats came out. They were winning in that at the end of the first, it was 12-8. At the end of the second, at halftime, it was 26-20. Lovington, the Portales Lady Rams had turned it around on them and went in ahead by 6 points at half. Then in the end of the third quarter, it was Portales by 10, 33-23. And at the end of the game, 47-34, a 13-point win and lead for Portales. And the points scored for Portales, your leading point getter was Payton with 14. Then you had Ornelas with 9. You had Bonda with 8. You had Fulfer with 7. You had Massey with 8. And you had Rippey with 1. And your scoring for the Lady Cats, your leading scorer was Buendia with 12 points. You had Malaya Castro with 10. You had Salcido with 4 points. You had Aranda with 3, Myra Castro with 3. Malaya Castro had 10 points, so 12 points for Buendia, 10 points for Castro, Malaya Castro. Then you had Barunda with 2 points, and you had Schaus with rebounds, but no points.
Yeah, from the line tonight, Portales had 27 attempts from the free throw line tonight, go 21 of 27. Collectively as a team, they had 27 rebounds. Their leading rebounder was was Payton with 7. 17 turnovers for the Lady Rams in the ball game. For Lovington, they go 10 of 15 from the free throw line. Their leading rebounder tonight was Aubrey Aranda with 6. Malaya Castro also had 6. 28 rebounds for the Lady Cats, but 29 turnovers in the ball game. Hard to get a victory when you turn it over that many times.
Yeah, and some of those turnovers were forced by the Lady Rams as a result of good defensive pressure by them. Some were unforced. Some were just not taking care of the ball well, just having trouble against the pressure, dribbling and passing and taking care of the ball. So Lovington just turning it over way too many times. And when you combine that with cold shooting and not being able to sky up and get offensive rebounds, second and third looks at the basket, then that's when you run into problems. And sure enough, it was just a slow lead that was built and increased and stretched out over the second, third, and fourth quarters by the Lady Rams, leading to this loss by Lovington. But their season may not necessarily be over, as we have talked about during the game, and we've talked about seeding, and we've talked about schedules, and we've talked about the fact that coming into this, Lovington girls were actually seeded second in the district.
And that's important to remember because unless Portales wins the district tournament tomorrow night in Artesia, Lovington has to be taken as a higher seed than Portales. So we're probably looking at a 13, 14, 15 scenario here, but seed, they should still be in.
They should be in because there are 16 teams taken, all right? And the top 8 seeds get the home games, and then the 9 through 16 teams will play whoever matches up to their seed, and will play at the higher seed's home gym. And those games will be played, I believe the girls' games will be played next Friday, 1 week from tomorrow, and then the boys' games will be played on Saturday. So
for the most part.
Right, for the most part. There may be some changes in there across the states, big state, and a lot of things will happen. But that is the loose or general scenario. So your Lovington girls still have hope and still look like they will make the playoffs. We can't say for sure. The seeding will come out on Sunday and be posted and will be announced then, so we'll know for sure. But it does look like, on the strength of their schedule, the fact that they came into this game 13-12, they're now 13-13, 3-4 in district, and but still ranked number 2 in District 4A. Portales would have to pull off basically a miracle, because even though Portales played well against Lovington tonight, Artesia is just another buzzsaw of a team like they usually have.
Well, there's a reason Artesia was undefeated in district, and there is a reason that right now they're ranked number 5 in the state. So, best of luck to Portales. If they could come out and shock the world. We've certainly seen that in district tournaments. Weird things can happen, but right now, Lovington, and I may never ever say this again, the biggest fans of the Artesia Lady Bulldogs right now are wearing Lady Cat blue.
Right, because Lovington really wants for Artesia to beat Portales tomorrow to seal the deal and make sure that the Lovington girls will be in the playoffs. So they are likely to they will have to travel. They will have to travel. It's just a matter of who they play and where they'll go, and we won't know that until Sunday. And in the meantime, we'll be watching to see who wins and by how much. And the Artesia girls are certainly favored in that team against Portales, but Portales, the Lady Rams, are taking in some confidence and some momentum coming off of this win tonight against the Lady Wildcats. Again, your final score here, 47-34, 13-point victory for Portales, but Lovington girls still hoping and thinking that they will make the state playoffs, and we think that is probably true, but we will wait and see, and we'll have that information for you on sports on Monday morning on our Noel Mark family of radio stations. You've been watching and listening to Lovington girls basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube, the Z94 Facebook page, and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan for TJ Miracle. Thanks for watching and listening. This is Lovington Lady Wildcat basketball.